What is up and welcome back, and today I'm going to be showing you the MANGOAL 4K dash camera. Now this package is going to have the front and the rear dash camera and also going to be showing you the installation. Now I am really excited to get this started because I don't have a dash camera on my vehicle, and it's very important nowadays. You don't want to get blamed for something you didn't do, and this right here is going to help you to have some proof. Now when you do get your package, you are going to have it labeled with your vehicle. Right here it does say Toyota Corolla LE 2011. That's going to be my vehicle, and also the camera model. Now we're going to open up this package and see what's inside. Now here's a quick 360 of the box. This is the front. Already showed you the side. We turn around, nothing right there. You see the name again, MANGOAL. Nothing on that side, and then underneath. Now we're going to remove the product. Once open, you are going to get two quick guides. Definitely love to see something like that. This is going to be how you can set up the app to go with your phone. Connects to the camera. You're going to have that QR code that's going to make it a lot easier to find that app. Very nice. Also do love that they give you a nice full page in color, nice and clear. Then also how to use the app right there. Very nice. Do like that they're adding something a little extra just to make it easier. Then of course you are going to have your full instruction booklet. Just look at that. Full instruction booklet. If you want to know everything about your camera, you can open it up. You can see right there the table of contents. Using your Wi-Fi feature, format SD card if you need to do that, app home screen, anything that maybe you're not sure about, this is going to help you out. Also, you can see right here is going to show you the contents of your box, everything that comes with your MANGOAL 4K dash camera, and any little thing that you have a problem with, you need to troubleshoot any issues, you have that all right here. So very nice, you have a full instruction booklet, nothing less to be expected. Now, once you remove all the items from the packaging and the wrapping, this is what you're going to have. And don't feel overwhelmed. If this is your first time doing something like this, the process is not too difficult. I'm going to show you step by step to make it very easy. Now, I do want to explain everything you do receive. We talked about the zip ties. That's going to help you to manage any loose cables you need to wrap around. But there might be a chance you don't really use them also. But it's nice that they provide them. Next, you are going to have this tool. This is going to help you conceal some of the wiring with your vehicle's trimming. And I'll show you how to use this later on in the video. Also, you are going to get an SD card. Definitely love they provided an SD card. You don't have to go out and buy it. This is going to be 128 gigabytes right there. And very easy to install it. I do have the front camera right here. You see the slot right here. All you have to do is grab the SD card in this direction and place it like so until it makes a clicking sound. Look at that. And the SD card is installed. Now a quick 360 of the front camera. I'll give you a close-up. You can see what that looks like. Definitely love the quality. This hard ABS plastic is going to last. We turn it around, quick 360. Just look at that. And then up top, give you a closer. You can see that right there. You are going to have a power button and then a camera or picture button right there. The ventilation holes for your camera. So definitely impressed with the quality. I'm liking it so far a whole lot. And also I do love when you are looking at everything they provide that they labeled it. And I'll give you a demonstration. You can see right here, this cable right here is going to be the power plug. This is going to connect to your power source. Then you are going to have this cable that's going to connect to your rear camera. And then you're going to have the third cable, which is going to be the GPS, making it very easy for you in case you want to use the GPS in your system. You can see 3 cables, 3 labels. Now over here, this is going to be the power source. This is going to connect to my fuse box area. And then again, we're going to find the power cable is going to be this one. That's going to attach like so. So very easy. That's already what? Look, we're hooking this up, then this to your fuse box. We're almost halfway there. And then the last thing is going to be our rear camera. I'll give you a close-up as well. You can see labeled rear camera. Then this right here is going to go where it says the same thing. You plug that in. You see, not difficult at all. And I will give you a close-up of the rear camera as well. Just look at that. Please make sure the screen is not upside down before installation. And I'll demonstrate that once we get there, just so you make sure you're putting everything how it needs to go. Also feels very solid. Feels very solid. This one's not as heavy. And again, it's just a rear camera. And we'll compare the quality of these as well. So that's going to be some of the hardware you do get. For the mounting, you are going to get something like this for that front camera. It's going to be the mounting piece. Has 3M. This is going to attach onto your front windshield like so. This section right here is going to be for your rear view mirror. Nice cutout. Then you're going to connect this part like that. It's going to be pointing forward, outward. And I do like they added an extra piece if you do have to remove this in the future. And the best way to do this, you can heat it up with a heat gun whenever you do have anything that's 3M or glue that attaches to your walls or any surfaces. Just heat it up. It makes it a lot easier to take off. Same thing with the back camera. You can see it already has the adhesive right here on the camera. But if you do need an extra one down the line, you do have that as well. Very nice. So we are going to set everything down. Now I'm going to take you to the installation process, and we're going to see how all this is going to function. Now before you go outside and install your camera, something you can do is install the app beforehand. You can do that inside your home. You just scan this right here with your phone, then set that up from the Google Play Store. That's going to be very easy. You can have that already installed on your phone. And then later on, I'm going to show you how the app works. Now for the installation, the first thing I'm going to do is connect everything to the camera. I want to make sure everything is working before I actually mount it. So the first piece I'm going to start off is going to be with the front camera. As you recall, everything is labeled. So we're going to hook up the rear camera. Here's the rear camera to its connection. And like I said, it's all very easy. Look at that. We had the rear camera hooked up to the front camera. That's going to be done. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect our power source. This is going to be our power source. I have it right here. It says power plug. Same deal. We're going to hook it up. Make sure everything lines up like so. Now we have our power source connected. Let me show you how that's going to look like. So here it is. This is going to be the other end that's going to connect to our OBD. We have it right here, OBD. I do have a 2011 Toyota Corolla. It's going to be the CE model, and that's going to be located right here underneath the coin dispenser. You just pull it straight down. And I do love how it has this insert right here. That's going to make it very easy when we're trying to make everything look nice and clean. Then I'm going to just insert this where that goes. Line it up, and it's connected right there. And we are going to do the cable management later on to make it look nice and pretty for everybody. So we have the camera, the front camera ready to go. Then we have the rear camera ready to go. I remove the covers from the camera already. This is going to be for the rear camera. Now what we're going to do, we're going to see if we have a feed. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to where my app is located right here, Video. Going to click that. It's going to say add camera. I'm going to click on the add camera. It says please enable location service. Going to set that up. There we go. Now it has those permissions. Going to go back, add camera. Need location permission to connect to Wi-Fi. Please allow location. Press OK. While using this app, looking for the camera. Connecting. Make sure we do power on our camera. There we go. You see that? App requires Bluetooth permission to enable this feature. We're going to go to Bluetooth, enable that as well. I'll press OK. Going to press allow. Now it says connect to Wi-Fi. So I'm going to press that next. Now one important detail, we can see right here it says Wi-Fi E970. That's going to be the Wi-Fi we're going to connect, but this wasn't showing at first. I had to reset the front camera. So you're going to hold down the camera button for 15 seconds. Then after that you release it and then press the power button once again. Once you do that, then you are going to have the Wi-Fi E97 pop up. It's going to show on your list. Once it's popping up, then you click it like so. You have to press the password. It's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Then we're going to press connect. Now you can see the camera is being connected to the Wi-Fi. I did want to mention that when you are using the app, it is going to cut off your internet. So that's mainly going to be used when you are stopping on the side of the road and then pulling that video if you want to download it onto your phone. Then you can disconnect from the app and you'll have your internet back once again. So that's just a minor inconvenience. There we go. You can see now that we have a visual on the front camera. It is upside down. Let me turn around. We can see that that's working. Very nice. And now you can see we do have the Wi-Fi hooked up to our cameras, and we're also getting images. This is going to be the front dash cam. Now I'm going to switch to the rear camera. And both these cameras are just sitting on my dashboard right now. I wanted to make sure they both worked and they are working properly. And I do want to mention one more detail. Also, make sure that you have your car turned on. It's going to keep supplying power to your camera, and then continue with the app. So I did want to mention that in case you leave that step out. That could be very important. You can get a little frustrated with the camera turned off. So just make sure you have the car on and you're not going to have any problems. Now that we know that everything works, we're going to try to make everything look nice and clean. As you can see, I do have my power source right here. If I try to close this, even if I run the wire through this insert, it's not going to close. This gets in the way. So we're going to have two options: either cut this piece off or leave this like so. And for me, that's not going to bother me at all, just having this right here. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll see with time if maybe I want to take it off or not. But this is how it's going to look down here so far. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to attach the front camera to the windshield near the rear view mirror. It's going to go like so. And we're going to use the mount provided in order to get the camera right here in this location. And you do have the 3M, but what I'm going to do to make it a lot easier for me, at least I feel for me, this is going to be a lot better. I'm going to attach the mount. And make it click like this, and it's already set to go. Then I'm just gonna remove the adhesive, then place it where I want the camera. So So that's what I'm going to do. Remove the adhesive. Take your time in this step. If one side doesn't want to come off, you can try just be patient. You can see that I'm taking my time. Now it's coming off with no problem. Whenever you're installing something, you just want to take your time. You don't want to rush through it, because if you rush through it, then you're going to do a bad job. Now once we have everything lined up, we're going to find where we want to set it. And it's going to go like so. Very easy to do, lines up very well. There we go. We got our front camera installed. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to connect the power source. And like we talked about earlier, we're going to have to make everything look nice and pretty. And then you're just going to tuck this in like so. Look at that. Very easy. Staying up. Can't even see it. And I'm going to continue with that process. I'm just tucking everything in right here. And then staying up. Very easy. Now I'm going to repeat the process with the rear camera. You can see I do have the connection right here. Going to connect that once again. Make sure everything lines up. It's connected, and I'm going to put the wires through here. Going to tuck everything in as well. Look at that. Everything is being tucked in. I'm demonstrating this right now. Later on, I'm going to go back and remove these tags, but I just want everybody to see how easy it can be. You're going to follow the process all the way throughout. Just tuck it in all the way. And this is what I did when I got to this section. All I did was tuck the cable in through here on this trim. You can see that's working out pretty fine. You can make it look more cleaner if you want to use the tool and open this so the cable goes even more. But for me, this is not going to bother me at all. I just want to be a little bit careful with this section because it does say it contains the airbag. So I want to make sure I don't pull this off too far out. But for me, this is going to work nicely. Now I'm going to continue with the cable. Make sure it's being inserted through here with the tool. You have this side or the other side, however you want to use it. But for me, I'm liking just going like this, opening this like so, and just guiding that cable all the way through. Just look at that. Very easy. Now, like you can see, you might run into this problem where you're going to have a whole bunch of the cable extra once you have it looking nice and clean from the top to the bottom. But something you can do is just tuck all of this in here. For my model, there's enough room where I can just tuck all the wires in here. So I'm going to do that. And there is a little crevice right here, so I am running the wire through there. Now all I want to do is tuck this wire through here. We'll use the tool they provided. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you can see it's looking very clean. Just look at that. We have our interior front camera already installed, looking very clean. You can see that nothing is visible right here on the left side, on the driver's side. And we're going to repeat the process with the GPS cable and then also with the rear view camera cable. So that's going to look just as clean as well. But the only difference with the rear view cable, we're going to run it all the way to the back. Now for this next part, just make sure when you are installing your rear view camera that you check the feed on your phone to make sure you're not putting the camera upside down, because then everything's going to be upside down. You can see right here, you do have an arrow that's going to help you out. It is going to mean place the camera like this with this part facing up. As long as you line it up like this, you're going to be okay. Also, this part right here can swivel. Give you a close-up. Hopefully you can see it. You can move it up. It clicks. You can move it down. You can go all the way around depending on the best view you're trying to get. So that right there is going to be very helpful also. So I do have everything set up how I like it. So I'm going to peel off the 3M. And we thought about this earlier. Just take your time. Take it off like so. I already measured where the middle is going to be for my vehicle. And this is going to be for the rear camera. You can see how it looks. Of course, I can push those cables in a little bit more, but I like it just like so. And we did the same thing, hiding the cable along the trim right here all the way around. And we did have extra cabling. All I did is follow the same process. I did 2 or 3 loops until all the cables were hidden for the rear camera. Definitely love how it turned out. You can see it looks very good. Came out fantastic. Definitely love how it looks right there, nice and concealed. It's going to be the front camera. Very minimal cables. So this is going to be the end result. You can see it looks very neat and organized. Even the little hatch doesn't get in the way. Also with the cables, you can see they're all tucked in. Very organized. We go all the way to the top. You can see the front camera right there. Let me focus in on the camera. You can see how it's installed nicely. We did a little bit of cable management up top as well with the cable wrapping. So that's not going to get in the way. You can see from the driver's point of view, no cable sticking out. None of the labels are showing while you're driving. Even the GPS cable was tucked in. Now let's look at the back. Now we take a look at the back camera. We can see how it's mounted. Doesn't get in the way of anything. Definitely get a nice view when you're driving with that rear camera, and also the cable management. Everything looks pretty neat. I'll show you right here in the front as well. So look at that. The cable is just route along that trimming, and then in the interior of the window, tucked in. Love how all this turned out. So this is how the camera is going to look from the outside. You can see it right there. There is some glare, but it's not that visible that you have a camera installed. We can back up. Looking very good. Now I'll take you up to the front, give you that side view. There's the camera right there as well. Now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to look at some footage, some daytime and nighttime footage, so you can compare the quality. Also going to be looking at the front and the rear camera so you can see how both actually look. And also I did want to mention, when you receive the camera, the default settings is going to be recording in 60-second increments and also at 4K quality. But you can go into the settings and change that. You can change the recording length to 2 minutes or 3 minutes if you like. You can also lower the quality to 2K or anything else that's less. So that's going to be very nice if you are trying to save some storage, some memory, but I definitely going to like it at the max settings 4K, and for me 60-second increments is going to be more than enough, so I'm very happy with that. And that's going to be a nice general overview of what you get in the box, how to install your cameras, and also how to use the app that comes with it. And also, most importantly, you also get some video footage of the quality of the cameras, the front and the rear. And I think it's definitely worth it to get a MANGOAL dash camera. You saw it can get the job done. The quality image is very good, and that's going to give you peace of mind when you're out there on the road. If you do get into an accident, you can't get blamed for something you didn't do. And that right there is definitely going to help you out to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more secure when you're out there driving. That's why I can recommend the MANGOAL 4K dash cam. So that's going to be it for us for today. This video was able to help you out. Please sub and like. We are a smaller channel. Every little bit can go a long way. We'll be back next time with more. Until then, peace and much love, everyone.